Hello, hello, hello. Howdy. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, can you hear me? Right, I hope that this works. Right, anyways, I would like to give a huge thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you to Azura Akamor, Halo Golden, Canuck, Timecone, Knock on Wood, Nobody at All, Agaltha, Ragecat 888, Amy Wires, Fortune, Hermes, Kara, Dzib, Rosebud, Shadow Caliber 01, Nunberg, Fish Salad, Antari Akiyama, Sarha Smith, William Hale, Valkyr Tenno, the fan of a truly iconic fox, Galahad, Selgor Agaris, Marissa Kasidasame, Benifer the Potato, Genetic Zero, William Coles, ZT Mackin, Songbird, Kyra, Void Dweller, T35, Vibe, Morning Owlet, Elster's Shiny Things, Tarsus, Jessica, Amy Olgers, Tiny Portal, Chloe, Beer the Space Witch, Ellipses, CM Fireflies, Sungai, Ghost48, Joanna, Indigo, Kai, Danny Bobani, Banana Bus Boat, TGSTGA, Liliana Sakrovia, Chalky Rain, Breedable Vaporeon, Eden, Nick Shepherd, Artemis Lake, Captain Aardvark 986, Zendrika, Lily Adams, Hazel, Archibald, Bluegoo, Alice, Kolik 92, Nova the Artist, Prophecy Fulfilled, DFA Plays, Robot Waifu, and Bloodmoth. Thank you so very much for all of your support. It truly means the universe to me. And now, without further ado... Hi, welcome. Uh-oh, chat's missing. But where did chat go? I want chat out. I want chat to be amongst us. I want chat to be amongst us for the stream. Where are you, chat? There you are. There you are. It's so very good to see you. Oh, I'm so very glad that you could join us for this stream. It is absolutely fantastic. How has your week been going so far? I certainly know that things could be a lot better. Oh, that is so tasty. Whew. Nothing like a good cup of coffee to get you going in the morning. Am I right? Well, it is afternoon now, so I guess it is slightly morning for me, but not quite like lunchtime. If we're just going by what constitutes breakfast when you wake up. But hey, how's your week going so far? I certainly know that it could be a lot better because the current administration really did pass the big beautiful bill, as they so call it. I don't particularly care for that. I think that it is a lot of hogwash that they passed it, despite some of them even claiming that they didn't want it. Which is, it's just like, it's a contradiction. It's a big contradiction that you would vote something in that you didn't like. Or that, like, conflicted with your ideals. So why would you vote it in the first place? But it has been, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. However, want to caution against despair in these moments because despair I don't think that it will get us anywhere except bringing us further down. And what I want is to provide a place of comfort. I want to remind you that there is softness in the world still, that there is still happiness to be found in the quieter moments. And I certainly hope that I can continue to be a warm candle guiding you through the dark. To that end, here's the arts and crafts stream. Now, I have a plan for this particular stream. What I've been wanting to do is take 30 minutes and simply practice basic and three-dimensional shapes. Continue to practice those over and over and over again. And yes, it will feel like you're going crazy. So if you want to follow along, then get out your pen and paper. Well, rather your pencil. Pens only leave permanent marks, and sometimes you need to erase things. Let me see. I'm gonna drag out this program. I have to apologize. I use Photoshop. I use Adobe Photoshop for my artwork. It is what I've been trained in college to use, so I'm going to use it. I feel mildly ashamed that I have such a dependency on it. At some point, I would like to divorce myself entirely from Adobe products so that I don't have to pay an extra $30 a month. Nathan Hunt says, unless you got an erasable pen. That is true. Is there such a thing as an erasable pen? I'm gonna look this up, actually, before I get properly started. Erasable pens. Huh. Well, I'll be darned. They exist. Fascinating. Hello, Simonor. Welcome. Valkyr, Winter, Shell. Hey, Moonwires. Hey, Nyx. Hey, Kendrick. Welcome. It is so very good to have you on. Well, you get what I mean. To have you in the chat, to say hi. I adore having company. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Nyx Garcia says, there is. They use thermal ink. Thermal ink. Huh. So something about its temperature? So if you heat it up, it vanishes? Or it just is easier to remove? That is fascinating. I like that. Yep. It is arts time. Nyx says you can also bring back the ink by cold ice. Temperature sensitive. That is actually really clever. I like that. Alright, so I am going to put on a little bit of music because I think that it's important to have music while you work. You know, something calm, something that brings you joy as you work while not being, overly peppy. What I tend to do is I tend to look up Deltarune's Castletown 1 hour version. And I play that in the background as I do my art. So it brings to mind just this slightly playful but relaxing atmosphere to it all. Almost like a lullaby. I'm pretty sure I could play Undertale and Deltarune music. I'm pretty sure that I can do that. Would you be opposed to that? Would you be opposed to Deltarune music? Oh, library ambience. That's actually really nice, Valkyrtana. Nick says I let YouTube decide the mood for my works. I don't let the algorithm decide my mood. I tend to choose something that is close to my heart. Something soothing. So something either from Final Fantasy or like this from Deltarune. Uh, I want to volume that down slightly so that it's not entirely overwhelming. And now I'm going to swap over to... Right, can you see it all right? Can you see what I am doing? Right, gonna pull out my drawing tablet. I have this little neat little glove that just covers my pinky and ring fingers, and I just think that it's just so neat. It is so good. Though I think I might want to volume it down a little bit more because... Also, I love this twirling animation. Go check out Gyaru. This channel right here, if you can see it. Hello, Black Wolf. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now, we are practicing our basic shapes. And I have it all plugged in. Isn't that absolutely lovely? So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to draw circles. Easier said than done. Drawing tablets are actually a goodness send. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect the first time around. You just keep going until you find something that you are comfortable with, like that. Like that. If you can see that properly. If you can't, how about I move chat over to the side? And how about I just... Ah, there we go. That's much better. Now you're here, and I'm here, and you can see what I'm doing. Now what I'm tending to do right now is I am drawing not just with my wrist motions, because I know that it will tire out my wrist faster than the rest of my arm, and it will actually be detrimental to what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put my entire arm into the process of the motions. So basically, shoulder, elbow, and then wrist, and just have my pen glide across the surface. And I have this really, really nice protector screen for the tablet, so I'm not really drawing on the surface directly. I'm drawing on the protector, which is honestly excellent for what I'm doing. I don't want to damage my drawing tablet so soon after acquiring it. Now, the very first time I got a drawing tablet was back in Cali. I really wanted to learn how to draw then. I just never really got into it. It is a daunting task when you're first starting out. But the only way to improve is to constantly draw circles. And other shapes, but we'll get to those. Welcome, Time Marshall. Welcome, welcome. And hello, Mick Shepherd. Welcome. Have I ever played Signalist? I have never played Signalist, Simonor. It's been a game that a lot of people have recommended that I play. I've just been a little bit of a coward, and I've always been a little bit nervous about playing it. Shapes are so cool, Amy Wires. Our entire world is made of shapes. If you master the basic ones, then you can move on and make pretty much any other shape that comes to mind. I'm basically drawing this on one separate layer to the background so that I can, like an Etch-a-Sketch, just erase it and then start from the very beginning, from scratch. Such is the miracle of drawing tablets and digital art. Oh goodness. There we go. And like I said, they don't have to be perfect. You can simply draw little circles. Or little ovals, or little hearts, or... until you get something that you could say is, oh, it's half decent. Now, I've started this entire line right here. This entire line of circles. So now I'm gonna move on to squares. And as you can tell, I am not good with squares. My hands shake a lot, and thus it is really, really hard for me to draw straight lines. But don't worry if it doesn't look perfect the first time around. Just keep going. You keep moving forward. I don't remember where I've read this, but art is always a matter of looking at what you've made and feeling slightly disappointed by it, but continuing forward anyways. So please, don't feel discouraged if your cubes don't turn out exactly the way that you want them. Did I just say cubes? I meant squares. We will be working on cubes later, don't you worry. Just for the time being, we will be focusing on drawing our basic shapes. Constant, consistent practice. And a little bit of constructive criticism goes a long way. But never let anyone tell you that you just can't do art. You are capable of so much. I'm so terribly sorry, Time Marshal. I really hope that your day goes better. Mick Shepherd says, oh, it's so good. Scary and dark and gay. Nick says, when I was learning to draw squares and cubes in college, we used rulers to get straight lines. Huh. So what you're saying is I should be using rulers. I could use rulers? That's a game changer. But also, I think learning how to do it without the use of a ruler, trying to build up that particular skill, will serve you well. If you don't have, like, a ruler on hand. Like myself, I don't have a ruler on hand. I'm going to have to gain access to one. Guides are indeed helpful, Mix. But I like my little hand-drawn squares. I have a little bit of personality to them. Your ruler's 2 feet long? Oof. Foundational drawing course made you get it, Nix? I see. Amy Wire says, use a ruler. Nah, I'm winging it. Right, now that I've done making this entire line of squares, I think the next thing to do is triangles. Squares I have the most trouble with, but triangles are still a little bit difficult for me. Nick says, yeah, also maybe get 2 more sketchbooks. Add to my not hoard. Let's see. And again, don't worry if your hands shake or if your shapes are not 100% perfect. Nothing is 100% perfect. Certainly not these triangles or squares or circles. They always have some slight variation to them. But that variation is what makes them yours. It's all good, Time Marshal. So now that I've completed these rows, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 3 circles, 3 squares, and 3 triangles. And then just repeat until I filled up the rest of the page. So, first, circle, which is more of a squiggle. Circle. Square. Triangle. Circle. Square. Triangle. Circle. Triangle. Oh, I'm missing something. But that's something. It goes in the square hole. Sorry, I just had to draw a reference to that, so to speak. So now we've completed another segment right here, if you are following along. And now I'm gonna do yet another one. Circle. Square. Triangle. Square. Circle. Circle. And again, don't worry. You're doing absolutely fine. I'm incredibly proud of you if you've made it this far. Constantly drawing these shapes over and over and over again can both feel like a daunting task, and it can feel like you're going a little bit nuts, if that makes any sense. Because at a certain point, you start to feel like they should be intuitive, instead of simply, like, something that you have to practice. It feels like you should already know this. But remember, you have to start somewhere. And of course, the last shape that is missing from this one set here, you guessed it. It's a rhombus. One more. I'm just gonna take these slow. I'm not gonna hit undo if I make small mistakes. Or at least, I'm gonna try not to hit undo as often. But you can press undo as many times as you need. For there will be mistakes. Nothing you make will ever be perfect the first time through. If it is, then, well, please tell me how you got to that part, because I seem to have missed it in the textbook on life. I look forward to making more complicated shapes out of these basic ones. And all of this helps build the muscles for future drawing endeavors. So yeah, we started all the way up here in this upper left corner. My goodness, mixing up my left and my right. What will I do next? Mix my north and south. And now we end off in this bottom corner right here. I think that these shapes here are slightly more consistent than all the other ones. So consistent, constant, practice. Now I'm gonna see where we are. This music's been going on for roughly 17 minutes. And I forgot to set a timer. So I think that this is actually a really good time to implement a break. I think once you fill a page, you should take at least a quick break. So let's say a good 20-minute break. Yeah, 20 minutes? Just allow your muscles to relax. To give yourself some breathing room. A little bit of time to decompress. Because doing these sketches too can take it out of you. So what I like to do is I like to take these breaks. Every 20 minutes? Well, actually no. For every 30 minutes of drawing, 20 minutes of a break. And I know that we just, have been doing this practice run for 17 minutes. I didn't even have this timer on. Oh, goodness me. But this just goes to show that I don't really have, a set plan for everything. So let's take this time and let's talk about things. Like, for example, how hot it's getting. It's absolutely hellish over here right now. Gosh, what is the current temperature? 36 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, that is 97 degrees, so ultimately not too bad. But it could always be worse. With luck, it should rain today, which might help a little bit. Whew. It was raining here. It was raining where I was yesterday, says Black Wolf. Oh, I see. Simeonar, shonk. Shonk. I guess you could say, Amy Byers, the shapes have been shaped up. Valkyr says, what people are drinking a lot, roasting on that side of the world. Indeed, please. Take some time out of your day to drink some water if you haven't already. I'm gonna take that advice and I'm going to grab some water too. Hang on a second. I will be right back. Winter says, define water. Water. H2O, dihydrogen monoxide. And yes, that is another scientific name for water. Dihydrogen monoxide. Assuming I can spell it correctly. Dihydrogen monoxide is a chemical compound that is commonly used in lab investigations. I really hope that that's not just the AI overview. I don't trust the AI overview. But yes, if you look it up on Wikipedia, that's just another term for H2O. Nick says Arizona tea. Many flavors to pick from. Oh, that is a good thing. Arizona tea. I've not really, like, been an Arizona tea enjoyer myself. I always preferred other things. But maybe I should try that again sometime. What is it about Arizona tea that makes it good for you? Like, what part of it do you like? Is it all of it? Ugh. Winter says, does it still count if it's 3% ABV and strawberry flavored? Well, if it's soda, then no, it does not constitute water. If it's coffee, it does not constitute water. Please drink water. Please drink responsibly. Alcohol by volume. %3 alcohol by volume and strawberry flavored? Fascinating. I don't think it constitutes as being water, but I suppose if it is mostly water, it could be hydrating. But so long as you're drinking it responsibly. Nathan Hunt says, I like lemonade. Oof, lemonade. I like lemonade. It has been ever so long since I've had lemonade. There's so many different ways that it can be prepared and so many flavors that it can come in as a consequence. Like the lemon to water to sugar ratios. If you have too much sugar and it's too sweet, ugh. If you have too much lemon and it's so sour and you can't drink it without, like, oh, your face feels like it's just collapsing in on itself from all of the sourness, like, oh, just thinking about it makes my freaking toes curl. I like a little sourness, but not too sour. I have had too sour lemonade. It did not go well. I think that might have been the reason I stopped drinking it to start with. But if it's too much water, then there's not flavor in it. It's just like slightly lemon flavored water, which makes me feel it just feels like disappointment. Nick says the council agrees with me. Oh, the council. The council of lemonade. Like there's a council that determines the appropriate ratio to lemon to water to sugar. You know, that ratio. And if you put in too much sugar, it's an instantaneous death sentence. It's like, you have violated the sacred oaths of the council and made it too sweet. I sentence you to oblivion. No! All I did was make it a little bit sweeter. Winter says, if I can't feel my teeth dissolve, it isn't sour enough. You do you. I prefer to keep my fangs. Winter says that next she doesn't know about the council. Is the council real? Nick says Winter is my council that I sometimes bribe with snacks. I can be easily bribed with snacks, to be fair. I can be very, very easily bribed with snacks. Like, if you just hand me chicken nuggets, I will look the other way. That, as well as pretty much any other tasty food that you've got. Oh, especially if it's like pickles. Oh, pickle slices. Oh, pickle slices. I like pickle slices. Oh, I like pickles. Pickles are great. Amy Wire says, what did they do? Added too much sugar. Falker says, chicken is a tool to bribe me. Chicken is great. Chicken is awesome. I like chicken. Which really, really sucks, considering how the United States treats its chicken. Like, have you seen how we treat chicken sometimes? We lock them in cages. Like, right on top of the other. Like, it just is inhumane. Granted, not every single farm in the United States is like that. I'm pretty sure that there are a great many free roaming. It's just, it's not all of them, and it kind of makes me feel a little bit sick to my stomach to know that we treat the animals here with certain levels of disrespect. Hello, Alma the Great. Welcome. It is so very good to see you. Please pull up a chair. It is the arts and crafts stream. Currently, we are taking a little bit of a break from our practice. We're practicing our basic shapes to start, and then we're going to move on to some 3D shapes. After that, who knows, maybe we'll mess about a bit and make some truly unique creations. Falker says absolutely don't like that one happy chicken before I consume. Like that one... Oh gosh, what was that? It was the Chicken Run sequel. Oh my gosh, the Chicken Run sequel. I watched that with Big Sister Akira, I think, and the entire premise of that was that the villains wanted the chickens to be happy before they died so that they would be tastier. It feels weird, and it feels weirder considering that in that universe, chicken are like sentient, sapient creatures with language. And it just feels wrong. It feels wrong on the deepest levels. Although, and I will point this out, there were mind control collars. Again, it's part of the plot of wanting happy chicken before they're sacrificed. They're mind-controlled to be happy with these collars. And considering the sorts of realms that I go through on this channel, that got the gears of my mind turning. Like, what would happen if I, like, had a plotline with a yandere putting a mind control collar on the listener? Like, I think that would be it. I think that would be someone's kink. I think that would be someone's cup of tea. I think that it would be someone's cup of tea. Alma the Great says Barnyard, however, is perfectly normal. Hey, random internet surfer, welcome! Please pull up a chair. Munter says, had the most peak chicken burger while I was visiting my partner. Awesome sauce. Mick says, I'm down. Valkyr says, someone, definitely. Nix Garcia says, no thought. Head empty. Only happy. No thought. Head empty. Only happy. No thought. Head empty. Only happy. That sounds like a mantra. You know what? I think I'm gonna write that down, actually. I'm gonna write that down because I think I might want to implement that into a script. Thank you, Nix Garcia. I hope you don't mind that I'm stealing this. I can definitely see a yandere saying that as like a mantra, like a constant mantra. Blackwell says the fox is getting the collars! Yeah, but serious, like, can you imagine, like, an overarching villain either capturing the listener or capturing me, and then just constantly, like, getting that recited mantra thrown into your ears? Just the whole, no thought, head empty, only happy. No thought, head empty, only happy. No thought, head empty, only happy. Valkyrie says, well, a Feeny with collars. Yeah, this definitely feels a Feeny coded. Alma the Great says a yandere that is a tsundere also would be hilarious. A tsundere. Or is that like a misspelling of tsundere? I don't like writing tsunderes, especially like stereotypical tsunderes. I like yanderes. I like being open about my feelings. I don't like the idea of concealing them. That doesn't mean I don't often conceal my feelings sometimes, but I prefer to be open about it, especially in my scripts. Amy Wire says, "Gulp." Nick Shepard says, I can imagine many things, all deplorable. Oh, do imagine them. Do imagine them. Keep that imagination sharp. Sam Firefly says, as long as the color makes the wearer happy, I see no issue. Black Wolf says, I'm a happy wolf. I'm a happy wolf. I'm a happy wolf. Such a good wolf you are. Alma the Great says, dyslexia, okay, my bad. All good. Dalcare says, yeah, I'm very brutally honest. I say what I feel. Nathan says, your collar is emitting a high-pitched beeping noise. Oh dear, here come the Xenodrows. Random Internet Surfer says, can we make art requests? Sure. It honest to goodness depends on if it is within my art skills to do. Because I honest to goodness am not the best when it comes to art. I am practicing, but I am not that skilled. Antari Akiyama says, oh god, shoot the radio. Too late. The biorhythms are already in. Hello, Aether. Welcome. Pull up a chair, please. It's the Arts and Crafts stream. Basically, I'm going to be spending time bouncing back and forth between conversation, as well as doing drawing, essentially. I'm going to be doodling on a page until I get good. Because I do. I want to get good at art. I want to get good and draw for thumbnails. And if I am not going to be doing videos until September at the very earliest, then I'm going to spend this time learning. Sam Firefly says, that means you need to replace the batteries. Random Internet Surfer says, that's fine. You improve by trying to draw things you don't think you can draw. Next says, I keep forgetting to make a commission page. Huh. I really wish that I could purchase commissions. I really do wish I could, because people are talented artists, and I really want to financially compensate them for their work. However, I'm flat broke. Most of the earnings that I got from Patreon and from YouTube all have to go to medical bills, job expenses, or dental bills. So I have to pay for insurance, I have to pay for dental, I have to pay for work-related things. And on top of that, food. Food and shelter, because these things are important for a Foxo. If a Foxo doesn't have a den, a Foxo doesn't get on the internet and be a digital Foxo anymore. Mick Shepherd says I can draw stick figures, lol. Well, don't worry. Stick figures, in and of themselves, are very, very cool. And I consider that a job well done. Making a really good stick figure? Oh, that takes a lot of skill. Alma the Great says, not like I killed someone for you. No, really. Because I totally hate you or whatever. Yeah, no. I'm never writing a yandere like that. Aether says, I've seen you doing shapes on Discord, lol. Indeed. And I am going to be practicing these shapes for a good couple of weeks. I will constantly be practicing these shapes. Doesn't mean that I won't be moving on and doing other things during the art streams. It just means that I will be practicing them all the time. All the time. Without stopping. I do want to improve. I want to make art that I can be proud of, that I can draw, and put on thumbnails so that people know the characters are supposed to look like what they're supposed to look like. Does that make any sense? Alma says, "Oh, America, am I right? Swedish, by the way." Ah, welcome! Oh, that's the timer. Alrighty. So I'm gonna set a timer for 30 minutes. Are you ready? We are going to get our drawing tablets back in our laps. And you don't even have to follow this to a tight regiment. You can, of course, simply sit back and watch. And you can most certainly doodle at the same time as we're having our downtime. It really does depend on your particular flavor. Hoy. And the glove comes back on. I like that that implies that the gloves were off for the time I was taking a break, which has a delightful sort of implication, doesn't it? Like, oh, mind control. The gloves are completely off for a second. So yes, please, sit back, relax, or grab pen and paper, or hop on to your drawing program of choice, and let's get back to drawing. Let's see, do I actually... Yeah, I have it on. Yeah. There we go. No, come back. I don't want to lose you. I lost my very first drawing pen for my very first drawing tablet, so that's why I had to get a replacement. Like an Etch-a-Sketch. Yep, let's doodle together. Right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to signature this, because why not? little heart there, because why not? Okay, simply request. Can you draw Kirby riding a star? I think I can try my best with that. I do know what Kirby looks like. Maybe. Okay. So we want something that is essentially on a plane. Doesn't look right. This would definitely help if I had a ruler of some kind. Wait, hang on a moment. I have this little, like, tiny notepad thing. Maybe I can use that in place of a ruler. So we want like a steep incline situation. Oh, goodness me. Drawing with a ruler is a heck of a lot easier. Nope, wrong incline. Not too bad. I'm just gonna hit E, and I'm gonna do my best to erase the faulty lines. Just gonna try to give our Kirby something nice to stand on. So our lovely Kirby is going to be sitting right here. I don't want to make them too thin or too large. I want them to be just right. I think that might be the best I can do. Like, get rid of that. Kirby is a solid object. Right, so I'm gonna try to go from the top, draw it very, very lightly. So yeah. Now I've drawn a very, very simple sphere. Very, very simple. I've lost the chat. Where's the chat? Hi! Also use the line tool? Huh. I could. But what's the fun in that? Has these little feet. We're gonna try to draw the big one first. Oh, that looks almost dead on. Oh, that is really cute. I like that. Again, the goal isn't to be perfect. It is simply to have fun. And to not take the work too seriously. And I really think that these guidelines are really, really nice to start with you guys. And the mouth should be about orange. And just fill in those little lines that I made. Just a hair. Erase that little marker there. The eyes might be a little bit small. Ultimately, our little friend won't mind terribly much. Right, and for the little arms are a little bit complicated for me. Basically, they should be rounder. Yeah, like that. Gonna erase that. Again, not perfect. Not really meant to be perfect. We can always draw a better Kirby at a later date. But for a first Kirby going, I think that is a really precious Kirby. I don't even know what I'm doing there. Sorry, I'm gonna zoom in. Actually, no, that's zooming out. Hang on. No. There we go. No. There we go. So a little bit lower resolution. But I think that is a really decent Kirby. Just gotta clean up a little bit of this mess. know nothing's perfect, but I want it to look perfect. That is motivation. I'm pretty sure that if you look at it, there will definitely be more mistakes. Like, this foot is a little bit smaller than this one, for example. I think the eyes should be oriented a little bit higher, and so should the mouth. I think that it should look a little bit more joyful. As it stands, though, I think that he's really, really precious. Yeah, look at that little guy. Look at him go. He's gonna save the world. This little Kirby's gonna save the world. Gonna save the world of Popstar. That is a decent Kirby. A little bit unsettling in a lot of ways. But that is a decent Kirby. Like, I can believe that that is Kirby. I can believe that this is Kirby. So what do you think? Should we save this Kirby? Yeah, especially if I am really, really dedicated to drawing Kirby. Do we have any other requests? Baguette. I think I'm gonna draw a baguette. I am going to attempt to draw a baguette. That is in the eraser tool. Why am I attempting to draw the eraser tool? So yeah, just trying to... Now how does a baguette actually look? That just looks like a cylinder. A weird oval cylinder. Symbol of Cinch. Save it to compare to future Kirby drawings. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna first save. Now I'm going to file. Save a copy. I'm going to call this one Kirby Day 1. Now when we draw Kirby in the future, we will have a Kirby to bounce this off of. Like an Etch-a-Sketch, we can remove this layer, and our Kirby should still be safe. File, open recent. Please, please, please don't tell me that I did not save the Kirby. Please. Kirby Day 1, yep, we saved. Don't worry, Kirby's safe. A singular banana. Do we want to draw a singular banana? Yes, I'm gonna draw a singular banana. Who am I kidding? Gonna start us off. I'm gonna erase that. Nope. That was not my intent. I wanted to highlight the curvature of this object, but no, not like that. I am no fool. Actually, I am a fool. I'm just not that big of one. Nathan Hunt says, Pollo! Pollo! Are you sure that was a banana? Shadows also help. Oh yeah, shadows also do help, yeah. That looks more like a pepper. It looks more like a pepper than it does a banana. Actually, no, wait. Hang on. Yeah, hang on. And then just make this a little bit bigger to sort of imply that it was part of the larger bunch. So despite the fact that it looks like a really unusual banana, it is still part of a bunch. And I think that that is really neat. We're all part of a bunch. It is a bit funny, Aether. I don't know how to do shadows. Not for the life of me. This just looks strange to me. It is exceedingly strange for a banana. I'm gonna make this end a little bit darker. So it almost looks like a real banana. But still so far off. Banana. It is Bananu. I will entitle you Bananu. You have named the piece. Banunu. In honor of you, Nathan Hunt. Banunu. I have drawn Banunu. Banunu. It's a very strange nanner. It is a very strange banana. It is a strange banana. Banunu the Third. You know what? I will accept that addition. Trademarked. Banunu the Third. Trademark 1997. I knocked my headphones off. I was giggling too hard. This is the Banuni. I am actually quite proud of this. I am actually quite proud of this banana. The Nunu. The legacy. And it continues. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm actually crying a little. I have drawn Banunu the third. Oh, it shouldn't be that funny. But it is. You know what? I am convinced. We shall save Banunu the third. I hope you're happy with this creation. It's going into the annals of history. All hail the Banunu. This is art. This is the world of fine art. For every Kirby, there will always be a Banunu. There will always be a Banunu the third. We shall remember Banunu the third. It's like that one art piece that was just a banana taped to a wall, says Nyx. That was a real thing. That was a real piece of art. And I am not surprised. Do I think that it's good art? Eh. It's not my cup of tea. Could be someone else's cup of tea. It's just not mine. Not my style. I much prefer the action pieces where it's basically just a bunch of crazy lines and squiggles all about. Sometimes even made by paint cans being, you know, swung from the rafters with a little hole in the bottom so that it leaks the paint all over the page. And just a beautiful styling of action, and it is great. Don't you worry, Amy Wires. Banunu the third is safe and sound. I saved them. Hail the Banunu. May their reign be long and fruitful. May I recommend a character that may be a bit complex? Go right ahead. I'm gonna start in with three-dimensional shapes right now, actually. Sanhua from Wuthering Waves? I'm not touching that one yet. I'm gonna work my way up first. I'm gonna make simple characters first. I will work on detailed characters when I can. All hail Banunu the third. With the long and fruitful reign. That will live on. that will live on. It will haunt me forever. It will haunt me. How about a fox eating a banunu? Maybe. When I've got a little bit more experience. Nathan says I have a request. Amy Wire says draw an apple. Might as well. I mean, I'm already working on three-dimensional shapes. So an apple has... similar to a cup, but I have a purpose for it. What? I drew it on the background. I drew it on the background. You make your mistakes. You make your mistakes. And you will be doomed to repeat them. So let's try that again. This apple is mildly weird. It could be an apple of a sort. is an apple of a sort. It's a very oddly balanced apple. Apple. Not the best shading in the world, mind. Not even the best crosshatching. For an apple, it does its job. I'm sorry, Akiyama. Ugh. That moment when you realize it's the wrong layer. Yeah. If you ever mess up a circle, say it's a rock. What's that rock doing in the sky? Her best. Apple. You wanna take a bite of this apple? That is too thick a line. Boom. The apple has a bite in it now. Feedback on mic? Oh dear, is the microphone too loud? Oh dear. Now why is that happening? I'm sorry. It might be the fan. Because I do have the fan going. It's kind of like a requirement when I'm living here, but... I'm sorry. I really do apologize. The feedback has cleared up? Oh dear. I'm gonna look back on the stream. And I'm gonna try to determine the source of the feedback. Oh my gosh, you weren't kidding. Poor Mike. What happened? Checking connections. Unfortunately, I think the timer was, like, gone for a while. Because, I had started the music over from the very beginning. We've been at this for 36 minutes. It was supposed to be a 30-minute timer, right? It didn't even start. Goodness gracious. I think what must have happened was the microphone cable might have accidentally gotten, like, mildly pulled out of the box, which caused it to start going crazy with signal. It was just a loose cable. But if it ever comes back, don't hesitate to tell me. Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. Oh, Estrogen Enjoyer. Welcome, welcome. It's very, very good to see you. So now it's just, like, completely gone. Yeah. Hang about. I think I could have seen it in OBS. I just didn't know what that was. Oh my gosh, I am such a fool. I'm so sorry. According to the stream, it looks like you started drawing like 38 minutes ago. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 20... Well, actually, let's take a 30-minute break. I need the break. But honestly, I think that it's been, like, a good form of practice. Especially to draw those things that you've requested, like the banana, Banunu the Third, and the apple, which y'all took a bite out of. Because you were hungry. And honest to goodness, I understand that. I feel that. Sometimes you get hungry, you just need to have a bite. And you took a bite of the apple. Hungry. Want to see my page of doodles, Nico? Yes, please. I would love to see your page of doodles. Oh my gosh! Would you mind if I, like, showed this on stream? I am going to show this on stream if that is your wish. Because what you drew is absolutely precious. And I adore it. And I think that I will try to emulate it. Here we go! Look at this. Look at this precious bean. Nyx drew this. Nyx drew this. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Foil. Such a cute bean. That was such a cute bean. Wasn't that just such a cute bean? My goodness. Well, golly. Well, golly. Huh. Maybe one day, I'll be able to get that good. Maybe one day, I'll be able to surpass it. Maybe. The whole page is now on the server? Oh, here we go. Gonna open dat link. Wow. Look at that. Some woofers, some fopses. Banunu. Is this Benunu the second? The long-lost sister? This is really, really well done. Really well done. I'm proud of you. I am insanely proud of you right now. That is amazing. Valkyria, you can send it to either or. My Discord or my email. I think that I will enjoy reading it. Nick says I made myself into a cat. Well, if I were to draw myself, well, you can certainly understand what I would go for. Time Marshall says, joke for you. Why did Mickey Mouse take a trip into outer space? He wanted to find Pluto. The tiny one, next to Kirby. Aww. Aww. The one that goes so cute. That is so cute. My goodness. Valkyr says haven't wrote in a long time, but you can edit it as much as you want. It was really fun to write. I'm sure that I'll enjoy reading it. La 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 la. I think sometime soon I'm going to make myself a Popeye. Do you know what a Popeye is? It is really, really freaking tasty. I mean, oh, they used to keep me going all throughout when I was like working at that Dollar General. Oh, that is snack sticks too. Oh, nothing wrong with a little bit of protein to jumpstart your day. Oh, but it wreaked havoc on my mental state. Believe it or not, subsisting on a diet of, Slim Jims and energy drinks is a surefire way of causing health problems. Goodness gracious, no wonder I was exhausted most of the time. But then again, during breaks in Dollar General, I couldn't, enjoy big meals. I would basically be relegated to whatever I could cook in the limited time that I had on break. Which means that I either purchased something from the Dollar General itself, or I skipped across the street to go to Taco John's. It was a really cool establishment. They had some killer tacos there. I'm pretty sure that you would have enjoyed them. Oh no, the feedback's back? No! What is your deal? Hang on a second, something's hinky here. Testing, testing, 1, 2. 3. Testing. 3, 2, 1. Goodness, this might become an issue in the future. If the feedback continues, I might not be able to stream for much longer because then it's just going to constantly go into feedback, and I don't know if this will have any knock-on effects with recording in the future. Clear as water? So yeah, what I did was I unplugged it, and then I plugged it back in again. You'd think that that was a simple solution. I really hope that it remains good. I hope that it behaves, because if it doesn't behave, I think that I might actually have a small breakdown. Because I enjoy streaming, I don't want my microphones to have troubles. Like, seriously, do you know how much an MXL 770 costs? I don't know. Let me see. Actually, they can be fairly cheap. They're on sale right now. Huh, from Guitar Center, 770 is about $50, but even so, that's like $50 that I don't have. Don't tell me it's back. Please don't tell me it's back. Please don't tell me. Please don't. Please don't tell me it's back. Is it back? Oh, goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm really fluffing, like, concerned. Huh. Fear, fear, fear. So much fear. So much fear right now. So much fear. All good. No feedback. Yeah, it was fine for a little bit earlier. And then when the feedback came back, then I started panicking. And it only seems to be primarily the right microphone, so it's consistently a right microphone issue. Huh. Fascinating. But so far, it seems like the feedback has not returned. So far, so good. Sorry, I had to be a little bit evil. Mainly because I needed to find a way to decompress from the fear of losing one of my precious microphones. Seriously. I love doing my audio work. I love doing my audio work. Which means that if these babies go, I won't be able to replace the quality that easily. There's no reason to do that. Evil. Very evil. Oh, poor dear. You did not approve of my choice. Well then, you're just going to have to live with it, darling. Because I'm not taking it back. Like I said, you're just going to have to live with that. Good girl. Such a good girl. Good NB. Such a good NB. Oh, it feels really, really nice when I call you a good girl, doesn't it? Especially when it's been ever so long since I've done it. Oh, poor girl. Poor girl. Poor, lost girl. Don't worry. I shall take you back to the fox den. And I shall treat you with the utmost respect, I can assure you. Oh, poor Black Wolf. It's quite all fine. You don't have to fear me. After all, I don't want to hurt you. Unless you ask for it. Hello, Spyro. Welcome. Please pull up a chair. Busy with arts and crafts and also just being a dominant fox, so as always. Nick says joke's on you. I'm already in the den and in a puddle. Good, Nix. Very good. Good girl. Good girl. Good, Envy. Very, very good. Amy Wire says, wait, where's the den? I think I'm lost. Oh, don't worry. I shall simply pick you up by the scruff of the neck, and I'll drag you back. Oh, there's a nice choice of words for you. I shall drag you back. Will I be collared? Do you want a collar? Because I'm pretty sure that I can find it in my heart to give you one. So what do you think? I am quite the dominant foxo at times, huh? Lost in Wonderland says, I think I need the clip where I said I was an enjoyer of being called a bad girl and got to watch Nico devolve. Welcome, Void Dweller. Hi. Please pull up a chair. And after all, you won't be leaving anytime soon. I do jest, of course. You can leave as you please, should you wish to. And Lost in Wonderland, you mentioned being called a bad girl. Thinking about little spitball ideas I can do for yonders. Running away from me. Bad girl. Bad girl. Don't you know you're mine? You only belong to me. Only me. And no one else. No one else gets to claim you but me. And that's the way it should be. After all, you wouldn't want to disappoint me. What are your thoughts on that? I personally think that that's really, really delightful. A delightful thing to listen to. When you've already been hurt so much by the world at large, sometimes you just need a soft, comforting, protective place to be. And I am more than happy to fulfill my end of the bargain. Maxine says, I just got here, and within 5 seconds, my heart rate just spiked. Hopefully not in a bad way. I wouldn't want your poor heart to explode. No. I don't want death to claim you. No, death doesn't get to keep you. The idea that death isn't ever going to touch you. Oof, doesn't that just give you shivers? Think of a yonder powerful enough for that to stave off death itself. To keep you alive in perpetuitum. For the rest of existence. Simply because they cannot bear the thought of you being in another's arms. Probably the kitsune? Ah, yes. The fox spirit. The one that kidnapped you and made you immortal. Oh, your soul is forever bound to hers. And the cost is your humanity. Amy Wire says that would be very scary, and I'm all for it. I'm glad to hear that, dear. Oh, darlings, you're so very precious. You make a girl feel so very welcome. Void Dweller says humanity is a fair price. Well, it really does depend on what you mean by humanity. If it's basic empathy, then empathy can apply to most creatures. Most creatures on this planet have some form of empathy, so it is not necessarily a human-centric trait. We just got really, really good at making empathy. Sparrow says, how about a yandere death who gets obsessed with a Deadpool-esque listener or character? I like that idea. Oh, my dear. That pesky healing factor. The one thing keeping you from me. No, but of course I love you. After all, you've given me so many gifts. How could I not fall in love with you? Such passion of energy, such exquisite bloodshed. Such things have only been witnessed in myth. And you have made them, oh, such an ecstasy-filled reality. And yet, by the very curse that runs through your veins, you are kept from me. Kept from being mine. Oh, one day, my dear, your luck will run out. One day, that pesky healing factor won't save you. And on that day, I shall be waiting. I shall be right there to take your soul into my arms and guide you into our hereafter. The only soul I will claim personally. Honored, I'm sure. I take it that that is a wonderful idea. I think that it sparks so much imagination within me. There are so many words I could put to that. Oh, so many feelings, so many obsessive, longing, wanting, aching needs. Oh, it is delightful. A death that wants you so badly, but that you have a healing factor prevents it. Meaning that whenever you are closest to death, she just shows up to talk with you, to lure you close. And yet, no matter how close she gets in the moment, you are always whisked away back into the arms of life. Death and cuddles aren't mutually exclusive. That's a wonderful idea. Nathan Hun says, that idea kind of reminds me of the ending of Dusk. The main character gets put essentially... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. The main character gets essentially put in stasis by an eldritch god until whenever said eldritch god has need of them again. Spire says, yep, and the reason you were able to attract her in the first place is also the reason she can't have you. I just do the best I can. I really, really, truly only do the best I can. Lost in Wonderland says, sorry, this is the life of a group barbarian. Just go and have a friendly chat with Death every few weeks until someone gets them back up. I can imagine the Deadpool-esque listener just, like, constantly leaping into danger, trying to, just trying to live their day-to-day life, but also just occasionally has run-ins with her, with Death. The force of nature character that has all she could ever want, but not what she wants most. She can't have you. I think that it should be a two-parter series. One, where she establishes the role of the characters, and the second part, where the healing factor finally is either neutralized or isn't enough, and Death comes in full force to claim what's hers. And for the very first time, the listener can feel her bony fingers on your ribs to pull you into the hereafter. Spire says, in Deadpool, the guy does what he does to actually court Death, but the idea that Death is the one obsessed seems like more fun. Yeah. I like the idea of the listener character, just this is their day-to-day job. They might have their own particular quips that they like to throw out, like Deadpool, but ultimately this is just their 9 to 5. They have to do this to survive. But to Death, every single kill is what she considers a gift. She considers it such a precious thing. Gorgeous little souls draped around her neck like pearls. The Queen of Death. I like it. I really, really like it. I think that that is such a wonderful proposal. I might actually have to start writing that one immediately upon the closing of the stream. I might have to do that. Oh, heck yes. So much hype in the chat. Absolute hype. After all, Death comes for us all. Well, most of us. So the very first episode, I think she should be wistful. She'd be like, oh, if only I could touch you. But your soul is still permanently glued to that mortal frame of yours. Oh, but I want it. I want you. So badly. Such a shame that I can't have you yet. But rest assured, one day I will. One day that pesky healing factor won't be enough to save you. And when that time comes, I'll be there, scythe in hand, ready to reap what is mine. Blackwell says, I want death! That sounded bad. Well, don't worry. We all know what you mean. You want the character. And honest to goodness, I'm looking forward to voicing her. Who knows? It might be an improv. I might just improvise her. But anyways, I think that is all the time I have for you today. This was fun. I'm looking forward to streaming tomorrow, and I really am looking forward to streaming tomorrow, especially with this new training regimen that I'm under. I've pretty much been running my mouth all stream. I'm really glad that I have been able to continue this, just this constant loop of conversation. We want death, we say together. We want to continue living. Sparrow says, possible start after an enemy blows a nuke in the listener's face. Death gets to talk to them until their body is put back together. Could be just a regular bomb, though. Could just be a regular bomb, or a grenade. Make it almost agonizing. Oh, it is such an honor. It really is such an... Oh, excuse me. Such an honor, always, to come out to stream and to generally be a good foxo for y'all. And there's the timer going. Honest to goodness, I think that these shorter streams might actually be good for my mental health. Just generally keeping on the positive conversations and not running out of energy midway through. I think that this is a really good compromise. 2-hour streams jam-packed with everything. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Same fox time, same foxy channel. See ya.